Hey everyone, Wolf Lord Rho here. Well, the rumours appeared to be true and we have confirmation of the Xmas Battleforce box sets, and more importantly, the price breakdowns and savings. I don't know about anybody else, but does it feel like GW just saves up a ton of awesome releases just for the run up to Christmas, or what? So not only have we got these great Christmas deals coming up, but we've just had the first Psychic Awakening box set with the Blood of the Phoenix. Then we've got the awesome looking Dark Uprising Necromunda box set coming next week. And then on top of that, we have the tease of the new Mephiston model to boot. And you know he's going to be coming in a Psychic Awakening box set too. For those that have seen the teaser pictures, do they scream out to you that great old school 2nd edition art from the Blood Angels Codex to you? Oh man, I am so looking forward to this Mephiston model. But it's yet another thing we need to get. How can I not add him to my Blood Angels force? And I guess the question is, much like the rest of you, how on earth are we going to afford it all? The simple answer is, we're probably not. We're gonna have to make some harsh choices, because unless you're minted, you can't afford to keep buying all these great releases week in, week out, with Christmas rapidly approaching. But with that in mind, these Battleforce box sets do represent some of the best savings going. So if you have to pick one thing to go for, you wouldn't go far wrong picking one of these. So with that said, let's jump straight in. Now, the price breakdowns I have seen are in US dollars, so I will be running through the breakdowns in those. Okay, first up we have the Blood Angels Crimson Spear Strike Force for $185. So the breakdown of this is Sanguinary Guard Squad for $40, Predator for $60, Blood Angels Chaplain with Jump Pack $33, Death Company Squad for $35, Blood Angels Captain in Terminator Armor $33, Primaris Intercessors for $60, and then of course the Upgrade Sprue for $12.50. Now if you bought all of these individually, you'd be looking at $273.50. Buying the Battleforce is a total saving of $88.50. Now, I'm a big lover of the Blood Angels. I have a force of Blood Angels alongside my Space Wolves, but unfortunately this Battleforce isn't for me, mainly because I've got most of the units already. I started with the Shield of Baal box set, so I've already got the Terminator Captain, I've already got the Squad of Death Company, I then expanded it to get the Chaplain with Jump Pack, and of course I've got a Squad of Sanguinary Guard. So this Battleforce actually pretty much sums up most of my Blood Angels force already. I would like the Predator, but for me it's not worth buying the whole Battleforce just for that. However, if you're a Blood Angels fan and have always wanted to start a force, you can't go far wrong with this one, especially considering the Baal Predator is direct only, so you can only get it at full Games Workshop pricing. So it coming in this bundle is pretty handy. Next up, the Sons of Rus, the Space Wolves. Oh yes, Talons of Morkai for $170. Okay, so the breakdown of this, you've got the Stormwolf for $85, Squad of Wolfen for $60, an Iron Priest for $30, Intercessors for $60, and then of course the Upgrade Sprues for $12.50. Individually, you'd be looking at $243.50. Buying the Battleforce is a total saving of $73.50. Now, not quite as good a saving value as the Blood Angels, but still a nice saving for the wallet if you're interested in Space Wolves. And of course, why wouldn't you be? And I know what you're thinking. I'm going to tell you this is the best one, and of course I want it. Well, you're not wrong. Yes, I do want it. However, this Battleforce is the lowest savings out of all the Christmas deals. And personally, I'm not really a big lover of those Wolfen models, and I have to get them. You've got to have them in any self-respecting Space Wolf collection. But there's just something that's not quite right about them to me. But I'm not gonna lie, yes, this one is very tempting for me. Okay, next up we have the Chaos Space Marines Vengeance Warband for $170. Okay, so we have a squad of Havocs for $55, squad of Terminators for $60, standard Chaos Space Marines for $60, Terminator Lord for $30, and a Chaos Rhino for $40. Buying them all individually would set you back $245. So buying this Christmas Battleforce is a total saving of $75. Just a little better than the Space Wolves Battleforce savings here, but I've got to admit, this one looks very appealing to me, my friends. Heresy, I know, but I feel the temptation of the Dark Gods with this one. I've wanted to start a force of Black Legion for a while now, and this set gives you a really good starting force. You've got your Havocs, you've got your standard Marines, you've got the Terminators, and a Rhino. Screw the Lord and add Abaddon, and you are good to go. Very tempting indeed. Next up we have the Drukhari, the Dark Eldar Poison Blade Raiding Party for $185. Okay, so we've got two squads of warriors for $70, Reavers $40, Venom $35, Talos for $55, Razorwing Jet Fighter for $50, and the Archon for $25. Individually, you'd be getting set back $280, so the total savings with this battle force is $95. So that's a pretty good saving. And like I said earlier, I have the Blood of the Phoenix box set, which is the first Eldar or Dark Eldar force I've ever owned. So adding this to the collection and giving me pretty much a full-on Dark Eldar army is pretty tempting, I have to admit. And a hefty saving of nearly $100 to boot makes it very tough to pass on this one. Man, there's going to be some tough decisions coming up. On to the Tyranids with the Tyranid Bioswarm for $185. Okay, so the breakdown of this one: Carnifex Brood for $90, Hive Tyrant for $60, Termagant Brood for $35, Gene Stealer Brood for $35, Gargoyle Brood for $35, Tyranid Hormagant Brood for $35. Buying it all individually would set you back a hefty $290. So buying the Battle Force with this one saves you $105, the best saving going. Now, long-term subscribers may remember I have said there's a little soft spot in my heart for the Tyranids ever since the 2nd edition Codex. And man, this Battle Force could just be the winner. It looks good. Let's face it, if you get this and you have a ready-made Tyranid army just ready to roll, that's going to look awesome on your shelf, in your display cabinet, or on the table. And it is the best savings out of the lot to boot. So if you're even debating Tyranids, can you really pass up on this one? And finally we have the Tau Empire Starclaimer Battle Force for $170. So we have the Commander for $55, the Fire Warriors for $50, Crisis Battlesuit Team for $75, Devilfish for $40, and the Stealth Battlesuits for $30. Buying it all individually rounds up to $250. Getting the Battle Force, however, is a total saving of $80. Now, not as good as the Tyranid deal, but a good saving nonetheless. And it's another one that's actually tempting to me. For those that can remember back to the Armageddon bundles earlier in the year, I was tempted to heed the call of the greater good back then, and I didn't. And it's always something I've kind of regretted, to be honest. But do I take the plunge this time? I'm really quite tempted, like a lot of you are, for virtually all of the battle forces, but the standout winner for me is quite possibly the Tyranid one. But that's the lot of the 40k Christmas deals. So what do you think, guys? Is there a particular one that's got your attention, or several? Is there one you think will sell more than the others, or are you disappointed in the lot? As always, drop your thoughts in the comments below. I always enjoy reading them and interacting with you. A huge thank you to all my subscribers. Your support really means a lot to me, it truly does. And if you're new, please consider subscribing to help the channel grow. If you enjoyed this particular vid, then why not drop a like on it too. But with that said, I am off, and I'll see you all again real soon.